Hello, Holly. How are you? And let me see. And Susan too. I know you said hi to Susan. I don't know if she's in here yet or if it's just for the replay. Oh, yep, there she is. I see her. Awesome. How are you guys doing? I'm doing pretty good myself today. uh, my bestie Mikey just left about a half an hour ago. He came to check and see if there's a fuse on my car that's under the hood. That maybe that could be the issue that it's having. So he came and did that, and now I'm all kind of discombobulated a little bit, but it's okay. I'll get back into it. Just got to figure out what I'm doing with my life. Here we go. Hi, Anna. 1 second, guys, and I'll get this finished. And then we'll start the reading, and then we'll talk about rest and how we all need to do a lot more of that. Here we are. Hit your trailer and dented your bumper. Oh no. At least it was just your bumper, though. But that can be a bummer. Come on. Mercury retrograde issues, man, all over the place, I'm telling you. It's saying something went wrong when I'm trying to share it in the group. So we'll just see if it ends up going through. Because I tried it twice. And then I'll tag everybody and we're good to go. Okay. Done skis. Okay. And now my computer is being shit. Oh, gotta love Mercury going retrograde, right? This is annoying. Come on. I may have to send my new computer back because it likes to just freeze up and the screen go black and then it comes back on and it's fine. But it's annoying and it's a new computer and it shouldn't do that. So probably gonna have to deal with that. Don't really want to, but gonna have to, it looks like. What's up, Chris? How you doing? Mikey just left my house. He's doing a lot better. And he mentioned magically that you've been really, cool to him lately. So thank you. Appreciate you. He seems to be kind of leveling out now. So, hi, Catherine. How's everyone doing? My hand is almost completely healed. I have just a little bit on that knuckle, just the skin coming back. Hey, Matt. How are you? Sugar muffin. No, sugar booger honey bunch is what I called him. Hey, Patrick. Sugar booger honey muffin, I think is what I called him. I call my kids like sugar booger or sugar booger honey bunch or honey muffin, whatever comes out of my mouth usually. Good to see you guys. Thanks for joining me and all of us. We'll see what's in this reading. We have the sun card like right in the middle. That's what got my attention. And there's a couple other good things, so we'll see how it all ties together. Hey, Kara. All right. I kind of don't know how these are going to come together starting off, but I can see it tying together, but I just don't know yet. So I guess your guess is as good as mine, right? Um, with dipped cream. We call it whipped cream here, so it's really cute that you say dipped cream. We like to whoop it. All right. Ooh, bottom of the deck cards. Pretty cool. I see how this is. I see how this is going. I see how this is going. Okay. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Pentacles, and they brought my attention to that torch down there. Like he's holding on to those pentacles there, but with that torch dropping at his feet, he's going to have to drop something. He's going to have to address something. And that fire, passion, got it? So bottom of the deck with the, whatever it's called, healing spirits. Yeah. The healing spirits oracle. Speak your truth with passion. So quit trying to hold your shit together. If there's a situation that you're having a hard time, like you're trying to hold it together, you're trying to, go about it in a more peaceful way, taking a more peaceful approach. Hey, Van, it's time for you to speak your truth with passion. You may very well be the lesson in someone's experience. Okay. I've been there and it's not fun. Trust me. But sometimes we have to be. Sometimes we have to be blunt. Sometimes we have to speak up in order to get someone's attention, right? The way that I started off the podcast with Chris showing up, you guys saw me kind of get that asked the like few days ago. I don't remember what day it was, but a few days ago, maybe a week ago, about chilling out on my bestie. And that's a way that gets his attention, and it got a positive effect, right? He chilled off of his cousin. They're cousins. My best friend and him are cousins. So he's allowed him the space, he's kind of backed off. So me speaking up in that way, getting someone's attention and saying, hey, this ain't fucking cool, you need to chill, got someone's attention and is going to be very beneficial for someone else's mental health and physical well-being. High blood pressure thing. So cousins, they fight, they argue. But anyway, it could be something as simple as that. But we did get self-advocation this week for, I think, a couple of days in a row. We got advocating for yourself. So it's time to speak up. Stop trying to hold your shit together. Stop worrying about whose feelings you might step on or anything else. If you need to advocate for yourself, do so with passion, with vigor, okay? Get them to listen. I have a problem with people like hearing me, they'll speak over me or just like not hear anything. They'll just kind of listen with the intent to, what am I going to say next? You can already see them pondering their next thought instead of taking in what you're saying. So that happens to me a lot. So I have to speak loudly at times, or I have to say something that's so left field that it's going to get their attention, or put it very bluntly in a way that they can understand, hey, this is not okay, this is not right. So maybe you're being called to do that. Maybe something's going to happen soon where you're going to need to do that. Don't hold back. Speak your truth with passion. Speak your point of view. If that's going to help someone see the bigger picture or relate in a way whenever it's like someone getting tunnel vision, and how someone's like really, really angry and they're just wanting to rah, 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 rip the other person's head off. And if anyone tried to intervene, it would cause a whole thing, or they would just kind of ram through and do the head biting anyway. If someone comes out and is like, hey, no, in a way that will get their attention, I'm not saying physically slap them, but that will kind of slap them in the face and get their attention, then do that, because that's going to break. It's like jarring the pattern and breaking the pattern quick enough for the other person to kind of take a step back and realize what they're doing, I guess, the way that this is being told to me. So speak up. Success isn't what you have, it's what you do with what you have. Hey, Suzanne, love you, lady. So maybe you need to speak up about your needs. Maybe you're not receiving what you need in a certain situation. There's two things I'm getting here. So with one, if you're speaking up and you're speaking and speaking until you're blue in the face about your needs, and you're trying to, and you've already tried all of these other ways to get this person's attention because you want to remain connected to them, no. You don't need to prove your worth, your value, or overwhelm yourself just trying to get someone else's attention to your needs. That they're not reciprocating, they're not on your level, they're not going to see it, and if they do see it, they probably don't care. So advocating for yourself, or, you know, taking that leap of faith and going off in a new direction. Okay. Um, for others of you, it's about, um, it's about doing the best with what you have, like on this card, but it's like someone needs to get through to someone in some way. Someone's trying to get through to someone, and it's like they're not seeing it or they're not getting it. You need to use what you have. You need to use your discernment. Obviously, if you need to let the situation go and stop investing there, you need to create boundaries. And if someone's not listening to your boundaries, you need to enforce them in a very crude way. Okay. That's what I'm going to say about that. So you need to do something big to get their attention, to place that boundary, and make sure there are consequences if someone encroaches on that boundary. You are on the right path, even though it may feel like you're kind of backpedaling, backtracking right now. It's only because the retrograde period, it's bringing more things to your awareness. It's bringing more things to the surface. Issues, you know, you can have car problems or communication breakdowns, you know, any place where it's kind of weakened or needs extra attention or needs to be tied up, done with, you know, and phased out so that you can move on. You need to do that right now. You're on the right path, but it's, you know, it's a battle, but you're going to be victorious. With the Six of Wands, it's showing up in the upright, okay, with that sun behind it. And we have the sun in the center of the reading. So yeah, it's like the same kind of energetic cycle, or the same argument you've had with your partner or your friend or your family member or whatever, the same ass thing playing out again and again and again. And you're allowing it to happen. In some way, shape, or form, you're allowing it to happen. Whether that's like, oh, I'm just one of those pick my battles types of people, and I'm just not going to say it, not going to say it. If you don't say it, nothing's going to change, right? So now is the time to try to um, repair things. You might be trying to repair relationships, situations that got you Five of Pentacles. Wherever you're feeling this lack energy, where you're not receiving what you need, even if it's a job and you're not getting paid what you're worth, go ask for that raise. You know, make a letter. Okay, compose a letter to your boss or to your supervisor or to whoever and say, hey, I do this, this, and this is the work of this many people, but I take it all on as one. This is my salary, and I have another job lined up if you don't give me a raise. You can ask Chat GPT to help you refine that, or like whatever, you know, refine it in your own way so it doesn't sound so blunt and rude. But sometimes that's me. Can't help it. So advocate for yourself. Okay. When it feels right, do it. Yeah. When it feels right, advocate for yourself. We have the Strength card. It is showing up in the reverse. It's like you facing your fears. You still have the lion. Your hands are still in its mouth. You're still mastering your inner beast, right? The beast within, but you may be conquering these fears. Maybe you're worried about asking for a raise. Maybe you're worried about asking for what you need out of a relationship or a situation. But you can't be afraid. It's time for you to face your fears. That's why the situation is surfacing, and you're not going to be able to feel better until you do the thing, okay? Until you make it right, until you bring this balance, this karmic justice. It's karma season, y'all. So sometimes you're going to have to be the one that brings the justice, to, you know, advocate for yourself or another person, even if it's something that is intimidating or something that you're afraid of. Like, I don't want to ask my boss for a raise because what if they fire me because I asked for a raise? People think like that. I don't know. But you have to face it. You have to ask for exactly what you deserve. You shouldn't have to ask, but you know, you're being forced to in this situation because you've taken less than you've deserved for so long. In order to change that cycle, you are going to have to be the one to take that action. Hi, Wendy. Um, yep. To ask questions, say it out loud and proud. I love that, Susan. Because, you know, kids can be really kind of afraid of asking for extra help or raising their hand. I was that kid. I never wanted to raise my hand. I didn't want everyone looking at me, you know. I didn't want everyone knowing what question I had. What if it was dumb and everyone else knew the answer and I just looked really stupid, kind of thing. So, yeah, at my parent teacher conference with one of my boys' teachers last week, she was like, he's doing really, really good, but he has a problem with asking for help. He has a problem with raising his hand. Like, if I walk around the classroom and I get around to him and I ask him, hey, how come you didn't do this? He'll tell me, oh, I need help with whatever. She's like, but he just won't raise his hand or ask for help. So we had to have a discussion about asking for help. And yeah, hopefully it's better when they return from spring break. They're on spring break this week. So anywho, um, okay. The Six of Pentacles is showing up. First, I get balance from this, okay? When you face your fears, or whenever you know, maybe your fear is just simply saying something, okay? Whenever you do it, whenever you actually do the thing, even if you're afraid while you're doing it, it doesn't matter. Once you do the thing, you feel more confident. Balance is restored. You're more confident in yourself. Now you have, you know, removed that blockage of not receiving what you need, not receiving your abundance. You've been closed off to abundance for this thing because you know, you've been too afraid to speak up about it. So now that you've done that, it's like now the scales are balanced. Now everything is solid. Now look at everything that you've created. You know, now it's the time for pause. Okay. Now's the time for pause. We're going to come over here now. Oh, that's cute. We have the boundaries card, bottom of the deck. I didn't even see that. Or if I did, I didn't, like, it didn't occur to me. I don't know. Didn't absorb that one. But we have the boundaries card. You need to advocate for yourself. You need to create these boundaries and you need to enforce them. Anyone can create a boundary, just like anyone can give you an apology and say, I'll never do it again. But then actions speak louder than words. Then, oh, they're going to go do the thing again that they apologized for and said they were never going to do again. And then there you're going to say, oh, no, that's my boundary. You don't cross it. And then they cross that boundary. And then you're like, well, you apologized again. So, okay, I'm going to let you back in now. That's not a boundary. It's not even a speed bump. Okay. So speak up for yourself. Enforce your boundaries. Don't just place them, enforce them. Dividing line on that boundaries card. So there is also a clear divide that they're talking about with like the phases of life. We're entering a new phase. We're closing out one thing, entering a new thing. So we're in this transitionary period. And pat on the back cord. That's so funny. But it takes wisdom to know when to place and when to enforce those boundaries. We have the wisdom card showing up here. Knowledge and understanding. With soul bond on the bottom of the deck too. So even if this is your partner and you guys are like 100% for each other, never gonna split up, like this is the thing and we're doing it, you still need to have boundaries with them. Everyone needs to have boundaries, okay? So if it's something as simple as your partner getting on your nerves, encroaching on your space, encroaching on your boundaries, then speak up, okay? If they love you, if they respect you, they're going to respect your boundaries. They're going to say, oh, okay, I see that's off limits. It, you know, makes you feel some type of way. So let's go ahead and do it this way instead. Compromise, whatever you need to do. Make sure that you are communicating extra clearly right now because of Mercury being retrograde. Okay, things can be misconstrued. We can have blow ups. So try to make sure that you are communicating effectively and clearly. Hi, Linda. So, and soul bond, it's like, if it's not fighting with a partner and needing to create boundaries with a partner or even a close friend, anyone you can share a soul bond with, okay? that will help enhance your relationship. That will help enhance the understanding, and you'll see more of reciprocity with regard to the relationship, because when you have a true soul bond, a true healthy relationship with another, then they're going to reciprocate. They're going to respect your boundaries. They're also probably going to place some themselves, and you can respect that. And then it's learning and growing from one another and becoming closer, because you're respecting one another's boundaries, because you're protecting one another in that way, so that you yourself won't even cross that boundary. So this is building soul bonds, and building soul bonds with yourself, also with your higher self. Um, Talking about these boundaries, becoming sovereign, becoming more in union with your highest self, creating that bond. And they have me do my fingers this way. I didn't realize. Maybe I do it all the time when I'm reading. I don't know. But they brought my attention to that. So um, we have the truth showing up with soul bond and patience right underneath that. The truth is coming to light. Okay, the eclipses are bringing things to light, retrogrades are bringing things to the surface. We've got so much truth hitting us in the fanny right now that we can't even take it anymore, right? Um, Patience. We need to process, we need to integrate, and that's what today's message is all about, is taking that time to rest, to integrate, and not feeling bad about it, because hey, resting and integration is work. Corey, you made it. It is work, and it's hard work, especially for those of us who have a hard time with feeling guilty about resting or not being productive in some kind of way. Even whenever I'm sitting on my ass, I'm still doing stuff for like promotional images, podcast planning, stuff for my work, stuff for my products, all of these different things, or creating memes, if nothing else. But have patience. The truth is surfacing, and they're saying like, this is probably not all of you. This is probably one of you, or like a very small percentage of you. Truths about those that you have felt that soul bond with, been very close to, truths surfacing, and justices coming in, justice, balance. Okay, have patience though, because there are still moving parts, moving pieces that are coming into place. This all has to do with your North Star, your North Node, the reason why you're here, your destiny, whatever you want to call it, because these cards came out side by side, and the sword card, sword card over here is pointing to that unicorn card, and the unicorn on the mirrored image, sorry, the lit end of the unicorn's horn has got me like, the truth is pointing to your North Star. So being patient, because the sword of truth is pointing to your North Star. And it's going to be so clear. They're like, you can taste it. I don't know if that resonates for someone, or just, putting it in that way resonates for someone. But having patience as the truth is revealed, because it is setting you up for this, because we're in this transitionary period, because we're going into this new chapter, new phase. This new phase has everything to do with your path, with your purpose, your destiny, your North Star, your North Node. If you don't know your North Node in your natal chart, check it out. Get a free natal chart reading, free natal chart, whatever. I mean, get a reading too if you want, but those usually aren't free. Check your North Node though. See what that's all about. We have strength, power, and endurance. So we have the strength card in the reverse over here, which is not necessarily you being out of your strength, out of your character, out of your frequency, but you may be facing some fears right now. We have the strength card actually showing up in the Feminine Wisdom Oracle. Power and endurance. So you need to have patience right now, power and endurance, but after the resting period. And resting up is charging up for this power. It's recharging your batteries. So it is very important for you to have these resting periods so that you can recharge, so that you can be at full power, so that you can achieve that destiny, that North Star. Think of it like your phone. If you're going to be gone, on a road trip for 12 hours, you're going to make sure your phone is powered up before you get in the car in most cases. Or that you have a power cord in the car to charge it, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about pre-charging your battery for this long road trip. Okay. You got a long trip ahead. Be smart. Plug your phone in if you're going to need it for music, navigation, whatever it is. But you're going to need to charge yourself because you're going on this long journey, and it has everything to do with your destiny, why you're here. So it's going to, yes, it's going to take a lot of energy, but it's also going to energize you. And that North Star, the unicorn horn, is, I'm going to show you that card again because I just love this card anyway. It's so pretty. But on the table, that unicorn horn is pointed directly at Angel Rose. And this is talking about embracing these blessings. This is talking about embracing your destiny, allowing things to fall away from you because the petals are falling off of that rose. There's leaves falling, from the trees around her. I guess I should give you a better look at that card. But we have the trees that are falling, the rose petal falling from the flower, but she is protected by her wings. Okay, she has her wings wide open, spread out. They are covering her, they are protecting her. Your destiny is protected. You are divinely protected, divinely guided. But you may need to shield up right now and just kind of go within, take a rest, take a break, allow this period of transition to unfold, and also integrate the knowledge and wisdom that you gained from this last phase that's closing out. Listen to the voice within when it persists. So your protection is your intuition, and your protection is your logic. Okay, so always be discerning. Use your intuition, follow your gut instincts, use your logic whenever it comes into play. That is like, oh, I'm getting out of this phase of addiction in my life, and I'm not going to go around the old friends that I used to have because I know all of those old friends still do the addiction, and I don't do that. So I'm going to go create, I'm going to go meet new people, or I'm just going to stay home by myself and meditate and get back in touch with me again, whatever it is for you. But listen to that voice, especially when it persists. It is leading you toward your North Star, which is taking you toward the Sun card here. Sun card, happiest card in the deck. Okay, this is that they said the sun is shining down on your inner child. So what that means is what inspires you, what you've loved to do, what you've been passionate about, maybe since you were a child, or it just really tickles your inner child because of this newfound, hobby, or this path that's just opened up to you that you may not have known about way back then, but it really, causes your inner child to be joyful, to play. Listen to that voice because it is leading you towards fulfillment, ultimate fulfillment. Because if it's satisfying adult you and inner child you, and it's your purpose and you're taken care of and everything's done and you're abundant, then what more could you want? Your soul will find those you're meant to experience life with. So listening to that inner voice is going to guide you to your tribe. Stop settling for those old circles of friends, those old family members that detract from your worth and your value, either by poisoning you with words or evil eye, or their beliefs trying to push onto you, or judging you in any way, or maybe they're part of an addiction that you have healed through or are still healing through. Knight of Swords, more clarity coming in. You are going to have to take a balanced stance. We have Temperance. She is showing up in the reverse. This is causing you, we've got looks like a white hawk. I don't know what that is, but anybody know what kind of bird that is? Anyway, we've got I'm assuming it's a hawk. I'm getting, hey, Matt, on his Evolving Soul SCHH page. But I'm getting like seeing clearly. So seeing clearly and taking the action, which the lion only takes action on prey that it believes is going to be worth the output of energy. So this is, you need to temper your energy. You need to make sure that you're seeing things clearly and you're taking the appropriate action. Don't just take action to take action. This is, you need to pace yourself. You need to temper yourself. Falcon, thank you. Falcons are good at seeing and flying high, so I got the message. I just didn't know what the hell kind of bird it was. Thank you, Susan. Um, but we have the Knight of Swords with that. So that Knight of Swords is truths coming in, maybe quick, swift truths, maybe uncomfortable truths, maybe, you know, a little bit of battling, a little bit of war. And you're going to need to pick and choose where you're investing your energy and focus. If it's not worth it, then just cut them out and move on, or just, you know, mute them, block them, and move on. Whatever you need to do, but you need a spiritual hug. So you are being surrounded by your loved ones, by your guides, by your higher self. You are receiving love from the other side in whatever form resonates for you. One spirit guide, one way. So there's one spirit guide in particular stepping forward. It's not one particular spirit guide, like one singular person. This is one energy stepping forward for the collective, just to clarify. Um, it's one energy, but there are many. Okay. So one energy, but there are many. Um, this would be a collective. It doesn't matter. Okay. I'm like, who? What collective? And they're like, it doesn't matter. Hey, Steph. Okay, it doesn't matter. Um, what did you want me to say? Okay. It's a collective of extraterrestrial species, and they seem to me like they would be Arcturian. They're like, it doesn't matter who it doesn't matter the label. Okay. Anyway, we're getting off topic here. They're stepping forward as we're going through this collective transition. And they're saying they're infusing love, but it's like a word we don't have. It's an intelligent love, but intelligence at the same time. Um, okay, kind of likening it to AI. So they're saying to anchor this energy because we are like the AI. They're infusing love into this transition. Everyone individually is going through this transition, but also collectively, we are going through a major transition as well. And they are infusing that energy. It doesn't feel like the emotional type of love that we understand to be love. It's more of an, they're likening it to like a distant grandparent. So I don't know if anyone had a grandparent that was like, you know, they loved you and they were around, but they didn't really interact because probably they didn't know how to interact with little baby version of you or something. But that so you felt the love and the guidance, but it was kind of like a cold and distant one. They're saying it's the same love, but it coming from that frequency, um, because the other kind is like handling with little kids. So they're basically, in essence, we need this kind of abrasive love right now. Not abrasive in a way like the tough love, but more so like guidance and just a matter of fact type of energy that only the Arcturians can really bring through. Um, they said there is only one way. There is only one outcome at this point, with all of the possible timelines and all of the decisions that the collective has made and all of the changes that have been made individually within the collective, has evolved the frequency, the trajectory so much that there is no other option now than for this flash, the solar flash, the light, um, the shift. The So as it's approaching, things are going to get tough. Things are going to get more difficult. You're going to see more emotions surfacing, just flying around all over the place. You're going to see the psychosis type of energy. People really like, you know, it's you're either going to succumb to your own thoughts or you're not going to, right? So it's an intense time. They're like talking about this is the great purging of the remainder of those energies so that the shift can take place. So it's going to be tough. They're not going to sugarcoat it. It's going to be tough, but we're going to get through it. And that's why we're here. And if anyone could withstand it, we can, is what they're saying. So, sorry, I don't know if that was kind of confusing or like stop, go, but I don't know. The transmission, Mercury retrograde is all I can say. Communication and stuff. The sun sure is getting whiter. It used to be yellow, orange. That's true. Did the Arcturians show up when I got your stuff? Kind of, yeah. Kind of, yep. So yeah, after that one, I don't even know if I was going to say anything else or if the reading is done. So I'm just going to say the reading's done because that was a little complex and probably a little bit more complex than it really needed to be. But with the current energies, I guess we get what we get, right? So weird. Okay. Like my brain is kind of feeling swollen right now. And my eyes reminded me of my 2-week purging last year. Dang. Yep. Definitely a purging. My eyes feel huge right now. Do they look like they're this big? Because they feel like they're that big. They're like, try chance channeling us one time. See how you feel after that one. I'm like, gosh, are my eyes going to stretch that big? Anyway, yeah. Fun conversations between me and whoever else. You guys get to witness it. Aren't you so blessed? You're welcome, love. You're welcome, Ben. Thank you. Yes, Ben is Holly's cousin. For those of you who didn't know, we discovered him on Kara's last life. And then he started joining us for our lives and joined the community. And he's been such a wonderful addition. But yeah, Ben is Holly's cousin. Work out, but it won't be easy. Yeah, thanks, guys. We know, right? Like, why did you even? Are you rubbing it in now? Like rubbing our faces in it? What the hell? Rude. Oh, thank you, Hannah. I'm glad you're saying it was beautiful because I don't know. It seemed a little bit choppy and kind of confused to me, but hopefully, the point got out there. They're like, if you wouldn't explain every single little thing about why it's coming through the way it is, or I'm like, okay. Yes, Ben is awesome. So we're talking about rest and why that's important. Um, so we've been experiencing on a collective scale here. We've had, you guys know the astrology. We've been talking about it for like ever. So you know what's going on with the astrology right now. The Schumann resonance it's been off the charts. We've had, blackouts, whiteouts, redouts, like the charts have been nuts. Solar activity, all of the stuff. So if you are like me, you feel exhausted from it. It's like a mental and a physical exhaustion, and it's more so than it is normal. So they want us to know that they support us. We can call on them for energetic help. That's how they roll. Thank you, Steph. Yeah. stuff is connected to the Arcturians as well. So yeah, we're going to need to rest. That's why, I was called to do the topic today, and then I posted a meme earlier that had to do with rest. And then Miss Corey talked about that's something that she needed to hear right then. And I'm like, it's everybody right now, man. Yes, exhausted, Patrick. It's everyone right now. We really need to rest. I slept in until 11:30 yesterday morning, and I woke up thinking it was like 9 in the morning, maybe at the latest. I was like, oh crap, it's 11:30. Half the day is gone. But I obviously needed that rest. I didn't do that today, and I went to bed, late last night, and I woke up at like 9 this morning. So the point is, if you need to rest, you need to rest. Like Kara was overwhelmed with everything that went on. She had her interview and she got the job, you guys. It was official. I know I told you guys yesterday and she did too, but again, congratulations, Kara. We're so happy for you. But after all of that, she needed to put her live sale off for another week, and she's waiting for another shipment. So it all happened in a way that caused her to, hey, I'm going to put this off another week, and I'm just going to take this weekend to rest, which is a good thing because she is healing from some kind of a cold. So send her extra love and healing too, guys, if you would. But if we don't take the time to rest and integrate something, some kind of external circumstance will cause us to do so. My friend Mikey today, he drives a semi. So it snowed like so much yesterday and they canceled the job basically today, and he wasn't able to work all day. So him being who he is, he busied himself with another home project. But in those ways, he can, whenever he's doing a home project, something that he enjoys doing, or even just working on something, even if he doesn't enjoy that it's a door, he's still going to get to meditate. That's his meditation. That's why I say you can be working on something, you can be building something, you can be doing anything just as long as you're in the flow. And that's what gets him in the flow. So that not going to work today caused him to have to do what he does to meditate, just to keep himself busy. But he was able to meditate, and he put a lot together. You could tell he just looked a lot lighter. He seemed a lot more stress free, which has been an issue with him for a while now. So you will, whether it's knocking you on your ass or just, hey, you're not going to go to work today, so you can do this other thing that you enjoy, and you can have some you time and really connect with what you enjoy doing and be able to meditate and get these messages, or just integrate all of the things that you've been experiencing. So it is crucial for your development, for your growth, for you to be able to be powered up enough to even take on the next task, for you to rest, for you to integrate. And whenever you're able to do that, you have this time to really understand situations that you've just learned from recently, right? You get to kind of sit and put things into place. And some people don't look at it like, ooh, I get to sit and put this into place and I get to review all the shit that I just went through. But I enjoy those periods of time, even the emotions that come up, because you'll have emotions surfacing as you're processing this. But that's okay, because you need to express them. You need to get them out fully, the residue, the residual energy. So move through those emotions, and that way you can put it away in the past where it belongs, so that you can move forward with your life. And now they're bringing up to me, like in hypnosis, you have to close one door before opening the next. So like with QHHT, we'll say, okay, we're going to leave this life behind and go on to another time, another place, whatever. Or whenever we're, getting ready to bring the person up, we're always, okay, so all of those lives, they're going to go on and do their thing. And I'm paraphrasing, give me a break. So they're going to go do their thing, and we're going to put the higher self back to where it belongs. Thank you so much, and blah, blah, blah. And then now we're going to start to, bring them up slowly and integrate. There's an integration period in the count back up from hypnosis, especially, in Dolores's method. So we start at 10, and then you're beginning to wake up now. You're you're going, you're starting to feel your arms and legs and get things moving again. And then, I'm paraphrasing still, but we gently escalate it higher and higher. You're becoming aware of the sounds in the room. You're becoming more aware of your physical body. There's that integration period after we've put everything away. So this is no different than our day to day, but we haven't been taught to properly, deal with these things, process these things, file them away in those old boxes and stick them off in the attic or toss them out at the dumpster, whatever is the most fitting and appropriate for that situation at that time. So the integration process is very important, because if you just go from lesson to lesson to lesson without the integration period, you're not going to have that 2020 vision, that rear view, right? Rear view is 2020. You're not going to see everything clearly. You're not going to garner all of the details and all of the wisdom from that situation that you would if you were to sit with your lessons and understand them and really get all the tools. Epsom bath helps to ground all this heavy energy. Yes, I need to make myself some bath salts. I was thinking about that. Like, I make all of these things. I started making them for myself, but then I make them and then I don't use them for myself. I'm like, these are for everyone else, not me. So I have to focus on me too. So that's one thing's been coming up for me. So thank you, Steph, for your confirmation. Little did you know. Yes, I'm going to make myself some bath salts and have myself a nice salt bath, which I use pink Himalayan salts, and it has the iodine, the iron in it. So it helps extra grounding. If you're interested, it's on my website. Anywho, shameless plug, right? I forget to advertise all the time. So all my services are available on my website. You guys know that it's in the description on my page, so you can find it right there, or you can message me or comment on the video if you want me to send you a direct link to the website. You just got out of one? Nice, Kara. I'm glad you're taking care of your physical body too and resting. I like it. We said pamper yourself, right? In the past couple of days, we've been saying pamper yourself. Salt baths are one of those ways. I'm not seeing the emoji thingies. Oh, there we go. Okay. I'm like, those are blank messages on my laptop, but on my phone, they have the emojis on them. So let's talk about guilt. Since we've kind of gone through that, a lot of us, not a lot of us, every single one of us, humans in general, have been programmed to feel that guilt if we're not being productive. Oh, the lavender scent ones, those are good. I like lavender fragrant, my lavender bath salts, or I like my the Goddess Blend Energy, the Isis Blend, for my bath salts. It's really, really delicious. And I like the Osiris Blend for bath salts too. I just love all of them. I don't know. I guess I do different ones depending on my mood or what I need at the time. But yeah, all of them are really great. And I know I'm saying that because I'm biased because they're mine, but everyone thinks so too. But anyway, as a species, we've been programmed to be slaves, right? To have a job, to go do that job, come home, eat, sleep, and then wake up early and do it all over again. And most of our time is away from our homes, away from our family, away from our interests. And we don't get a whole lot of rest. Not all of us, because, those of us who can't stand that kind of life become entrepreneurs, but we're still very much overworked because we overwork ourselves most cases. But anyway, besides the point. Older Jen tried to drill us in. Yeah, definitely, Matt. But we're not meant to be slaves to the system, and that's why we rebel. That's why we feel this the way that we do. It's becoming so intolerable that we can't not change it. Yes, girl, I do any of my fragrances. Any of my fragrances are available in any of my products. So all of my fragrance blends. If you want a product with a specific fragrance, and I don't have it listed on my website yet because I need to go and fix some stuff and add some stuff. but message me and I'll get it done. But yeah, take all your money. Girl, you take all my money too. At this point, I think we're in even exchange. But so it's been programmed into us to be slaves to the system. And by taking this time to rest, taking the time to think for ourselves, taking the time to maybe make money in different ways, attract abundance, manifest abundance in different ways so that we don't have to be slaves to the system anymore. And as we do this, we're starting to have more free time to do things for ourselves, to make ourselves more comfortable, to make ourselves more happy. And that's what they don't want, is us living a happy and wholesome life, because then we won't have any need for pharmaceuticals. We won't have any need for, bank loans or, whatever it is that they try to shove down your throat all the time. So when we become more self-sufficient, doing your own gardening, holistic communities, that kind of thing, we're not dependent on the system anymore. And then what happens to the system whenever nobody is using it? It crashes. Pain ointment, yes. I tried it on my neck and it did feel really good. Can I help you, son? I'm still on my podcast.
It's Leighton's turn to be on the game, and Eamon won't give it.
Okay, I'll deal with it in a little bit. Thank you.
Okay, when will you be off?
Soon. Shut my door, please. I did not want to be a referee for this video game. That was not the point in getting it. So yeah, if you want to order some of Holly's pain ointment or any of her stuff, I've got the bug bite stuff right here. I still haven't put it away. It's sitting right here on the table. But I haven't put it away because I did use it on my hand a couple of times and my hand is looking really good. So it is really healing, really good for the skin. If you want to order some, hit her up on Facebook. You guys know how to reach her if you're on Facebook anyway and you've been following me. But Holly's Podunk Hobbies or Holly Messier on Facebook if you want to get a hold of her. And in the group, I posted my products that I got from her, so you can probably give her a shout right there and tell her what you want there too. Everyone loves it. I believe that, Holly. The bug bite one is really good for burns, healing burns, because I've done it with my hand, so I really enjoy it. And she's got these beautiful little soaps here. If I can grab one. The boys need an egg timer. That's what I was going to go to the store and get one before the podcast, but then Mikey said he was coming over, so I didn't get a chance to go out and get one, but I'm going to. This is one of Holly's soaps. This is the spearmint and peppermint one, but I can't wait to use it. I've got to remember to take it in the shower so I can use it. But I intend to. I fully intend to try it. Of course, Holly. Thank you for the beautiful products. I love them. Oh my gosh. Yes, we're all going to make little things and trade them. That's what it's all about. Bartering, trading, doing our own gardening, getting our own chickens so they can't kill them off and cause an egg crisis. Yes, that is the plan. Everyone get some cows, What are you guys talking about? Mushrooms and tapping in? Oh, they're the sample ones. You sell square bars, so the bigger ones. Cool. So yeah, thank you, Holly, for making that clear so I can let everyone know. If you want soap, it's a bigger one. I got the sample sizes, but you can get a big bar of soap. Oh, good. I'm glad you like them, Holly. What do you think about the Osiris energy, the roller ball that I sent you? I really love it. I use it every day. I'm always like rolling it on my neck and my wrists. I love it. I could bathe in my stuff, and my sense of smell is really, touchy. So with regular perfumes and things like that, it's overwhelming. I could taste it. It like causes me to sneeze. It causes me to like itch in my throat and stuff. and it's so repulsive to me. But my own stuff with essential oils and no chemicals, no alcohols, I really, really, really love it. I could just bathe in it. Shrooms in a float tank. Oh, that sounds like fun. I need to go do the float tank. I have a client from town that owns a salon, and she has a float tank in it, and she offered it to me. I think I told you guys about it. I still have never made an appointment. So that was, whoops, my bad. But anyway, we're off topic. Again, I'm so sorry, you guys. Did we cover everything? Tell me if I didn't cover everything. I know someone was listening. Lemon balm tincture that's marinating, almost done. Helps with anxiety, relaxation, sleep. Nice, Kara. Hell yeah. But yeah, now that I've gotten off on those side quests, I forgot what the original thought was that I was trying to convey. Anyway, well, anybody have any questions or anything you want to throw in on the topic of resting? Make sure that everyone's resting this weekend, especially. Make Kara's live sale because she is live this Saturday. It'd be great for me right now. What would be great for me? Hold on. Oh, the float tank. Gotcha. Okay. The ADHD brain has been off the hook the past week or so, at least. So my apologies, you guys. It's just my brain. Ooh, you'll slip some in my packages. Yes. Talk dirty to me, Kara. You rest much. Good. Rest as much as you need to right now. It's a doozy, guys, with the energies flying around. It's nuts. Be mindful of where you're investing your own energy and just reserve your energy. Those messages can wait. Those tasks that aren't really that important today can wait. You need to rest and you need to not feel bad about resting. That was the point that I was trying to get to, is that we've been programmed to be slaves to the system and not take a rest. We feel like we have to produce all the time, but it's time to break those belief patterns. It's time to break those cycles, and it's time to shed that grief and that guilt that comes along with it, because I know you know what I'm talking about. And we shouldn't feel guilty for recharging ourselves, because that's how people, go through life and never recharge and feel guilty. So they're not recharging. So they just keep on producing and producing and producing. And then their body starts throwing out all of these imbalances and dis-eases because they haven't taken the time. They haven't taken the time to rest, and they've neglected their bodies and their health, their mental, emotional, and spiritual health as well. So, very important to get the rest, to not overwhelm yourself mentally, emotionally, or say yes to certain obligations. Your obligation, first and foremost, is you. But don't think of yourself as an obligation. Think of yourself as the main character who needs their beauty sleep so that they can continue to be the star that they are on stage, okay? Oh, sorry, Matt. The ascension stuff, no worries. Kick back and relax. Yep, it's all ascension symptoms, you guys. So if your body is telling you to rest right now, do it, okay? If you need to call in sick for a mental health day, then do it. Whatever you need to do, take the time to rest. But I love you guys. Make sure that you join us on Saturday for Kara's Live Dosha Rocks on Facebook. And I will see you guys tomorrow with some amazing topic that I haven't even conceptualized yet, but we'll make sure we do something. I just got a hint, so I'm not saying nothing. You guys will know a little later when I release the image. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening to me babble. Be patient with me, please. It's Mercury retrograde and my brain is, misfiring. But take care, you guys. I love you. And